Hello guys, welcome to Tokaj. For those that don't know me, I'm Christian. So finally I'm here. That is the highest mountain in the area. On top of Tokaj is really shaped a volcano. Tokaj is on the right side from our perspective. We are on the west, coming from the west. In front of us now is Tarzan village, which is the middle one, and then now in front is Mad, which is the main village for the cruise where I'm based in these days. You see the forest maybe is far away above the vineyards. The place where we are now is the beginning of the vineyards, as you see here on the left. The lowest is less interesting, and behind on the left in particular is the northern part going to Slovakia, where there are some very interesting tiny wineries, even below 10,000 bottles, and some upcomers. You can see from the map Talia, Talia said in Hungarian, is the northernmost village where some of these wineries are located. Now instead we are in front of Mad from the main road. You're seeing all the vineyards. The village is in the middle. Left is north, right is south. Here now we see the main cruise, New Lasso and St. Tamas on the top, while now moving on the right is more focusing on the Becek group. And we are entering the village. The atmosphere is incredible. This is Uradia, so another crew on the other side of the village. Peaceful, quiet, even here in not good weather that morning. The atmosphere, the peace. This is on top of St. Amash, the very famous crew. So it's a magic place. I hope you can already understand. I will try to make you feel the magic, the emotions, the real people that we are gonna meet. So this is the introduction, then there will be some previews of what will come in the three parts that will follow. And there was even the surprise of discovery, which I will talk about later on in the series, but is to reconfirm what I said already in Croatia also. You need to ask, try, dig to find these very tiny wineries, which can really surprise you, and especially with the price, because of course they are cheaper than the more famous ones. I will let you understand why it's so special, this place, beside the atmosphere. So not just because of the different volcanic rocks in the soil making the cruise so different and special, but also because of the late ripening grapes, the harvest that starts very early for the sparklings and finish very late for the sweet wines. So even the difficulty is extreme, even with the changing climate. So it's really on every aspect something different from everything. So please, if you didn't yet, after this video, watch the other two chapters below in the description, the links, to understand what I explained, especially in the introduction, about all the things. And here you will learn much, much more. Hello, Kata.
Hi.
So, really the traditional cellar, as you can see. So tell us a bit about the traditional winemaking style that you have.
So we use the cellar for our fermentation and for the aging. It's very typical in Tokaj, so we are very deep underground. The temperature is always the same. It's between 10 and 12 degrees, so it's very good for the wines. And we use only barrels for the fermentation. As you see, we have different sizes, mainly to 120 liters, but we have some bigger ones. And after the fermentation, we age the wines here as well, in the same barrels usually, on the lease for at least 6 months, but it usually depends on the vintage. We always try them and see how they develop, and try to find the best time when we just finish the aging.
We are walking a bit already. It's quite big, the labyrinth down here. And he told me that was property of a noble, so that's why it's larger spaces and everything compared to the other wineries. And here they store a lot of champenoise, so traditional method. So we are sitting now with Laszlo. We start to taste. So as we saw in the cellar, he's getting more and more popular, even with some colleagues asking him to do the second fermentation for the sparklings. So we will focus a bit on this because Furmint is a grape that makes sense for champenoise style.
Yes.
So the first one is Tokaj 2020 Brut Nature. Tell us a bit about it.
And the year 2020 is practically coming from a vineyard which is on purpose both for sparkling wine, base wine, and that is an northeast exposure. It has a clay, and therefore the soil is clay. Therefore, it keeps the moisture very, very nicely, and therefore, once you have a good weather, you don't have to start harvest in August, so we can easily start it in September, and you still have a certain ripening stage with a necessary moisture to keep the grape earthy and juicy.
And you said it's
northeast.
So it's a bit cooler also.
Yes, it's cooler, therefore it is not a south exposure. This is the style which we like. It is closer to the Prosecco style, not in terms of the making, but in terms of the taste and the smell. Fresh, bubbly.
I understand. It's very
fruity.
Fine, delicate bubbles, straightforward. So that may recall a bit, but I still don't like to do the comparison because I'm not a Prosecco fan. So, but I understand the point. It's not to compare with champagne where you have more secondary notes from the aging and everything.
Affected by
It has been a
But it's one of the few, right?
yeah,
Majority don't show any botrytis. Incredible, but really untouched, all natural. 30 degrees, 10 meters below ground. Medium size, the space is bigger than me, so needs also space, and is another labyrinth. About 32 degrees.
Tehát így jól látszik, hogy még eredetiben van.
So now we are sitting outside. There is weather, even if quite cool. There is our young boss. Then there is the dog, and there's Alenke and his wife, or
Wife.
Barbara.
Very wife.
very right.
So now we started to taste something, and we need to talk a bit about. So they are experimenting always, and here is natural wines.
He said that, okay, this is my favorite wine, and after then the sommeliers and any other guests just realized that, okay, it's good. Oh, wow, yeah, it's good. So somehow it's going to be his or their favorite wines as well, not just favorite.
But the point is, the first moment was just a new bottle open. The first moment, it was not expressing much. So, as he said, it's a young wine that needs time, even if it's 6 years old. But Lenke style is this. Very mature wines. The way to express. And now that I'm retasting it, is another complexity. And the smoky also, I find that is the first time in these days here Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next chapters. Like, subscribe, and follow us.